And behind the scenes here at Cityline, something you don't get to see is that the show is powered by a staff of women and very supportive men on the floor here. Now, part of the DNA on the show is to lift other women up and support them, which is why last year we created the Cityline Scholarship for BIPOC Women. The scholarship is back for another year. We're so excited about this. Entries are open right now, and we thought no better way to tell you about it than to sit down with last year's recipient. So come on out here, Tanzeil Moustapha. She's not just a scholarship recipient anymore. She's my little sister. Like, the mentorship will continue. Tanzeil.
Hi.
Hi. I'm so excited to have you here, but before we even begin, let's rewind. We're going to rewind to last year's big surprise. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am great. I might not be as good as you are. We lied to you, honey. We said there were 2 finalists. There's 1, and it's you.
Thank you.
You have won the Cityline Scholarship for BIPOC Women.
The lies.
We're liars. We're the best kind of liars.
You guys are.
How do you feel about that? Looking back at that tape, I feel like it was 2 weeks ago.
Time has went by so quickly. So much has happened since then, and then when I look back at that, I'm like, I feel like I've changed a lot since then. It's just like a funny thing to say because it's been like 6 months, but it's really I look back and I feel like I was like I wasn't really secure in myself, very confident in the position I was in, but I feel like from like our time spent together and a lot of the time that I've reflected in this past year, I feel like I've grown a lot more and more secure and trusted myself with like what I want to do in the future and who I want to be and the career path I want to get into. So yeah.
Let me tell you something. You always had it right from the beginning, but I think it's a matter of like us hanging out together and you being exposed to all of the energy and the brilliance on the set and the folks behind the scenes and everyone putting the show together. And it's really helped to draw you out. And listen, I'm a mentor, but I learn as much from you as you learn from me. So I feel like we've been helping each other along. So I want to ask you a little bit about advice for other young women who are going to be entering in the scholarship this year. Is there anything you want to pass on to them, something that you found very helpful or anything they should be aware of?
Honestly, in terms of just like school-wise, particularly what I'm in right now, I'm heading into like my final year. I think advice would be is take it easy on yourself because school is no joke, especially during COVID, especially during the pandemic. So keep your eye on the prize and keep your eye on what you want to what you want to do and what you're passionate about. Try as hard as you can to like block out any of the noise. And I know it's pretty hard now because of like social media and everything that people are saying and a lot of these restrictions and things that are barriers in our way, especially being a woman of color. Just find the people that you connect with, find the people that you can relate most to, and stick with them. Be true to yourself. I think that's like the best advice I could truly give.
That's really good advice. When we looked through your entry, it was a video, and it was a beautiful sort of commemoration of your mom. And we know your mom passed away due to COVID, and there was something, to me, what jumped out at me with your entry was that your mother was so joyful. Like, I loved seeing that. Even though it was a memorial for her, there was so much joy in it. So let's talk a little bit about advice that you've gotten from your mom that you have kept close to your heart, or your chest, shall I say, because maybe you can tell us what that necklace is all about.
It's like one of the last gifts that my mom got for me, and I picked it up from my recent trip to Sudan. It's my name. Very simple, but one of the main advice that my mom would give to me and my sisters, she'd always say in Arabic, "Tawli balik," like take care of yourself, take it easy on yourself.
Yes.
Things of that nature, and because we come from like a lineage of like women who work very hard and are very hard on themselves. And that was something that my mom would always tell me because I would put too much pressure on myself, especially me and my sisters. And sort of like this life isn't easy, so instead of going against the grain of the pressures of life, kind of going with the flow of things, as opposed to fighting back against it, because it's pretty much like you against the world, which is a pretty tough battle. So sort of going looking at the situation for what it is and trying to mold yourself within that situation. But yeah, that's the type of advice my mom would give me.
I have so much respect for the Black moms that pass that on, because it's not historically the message that we've been given. My mom's the same way. She's like, take it easy, slow down.
Yeah.
I didn't see her slowing down or taking it easy, so I didn't necessarily learn that from experience, but her words tell me you put a lot of pressure on yourself because you do everything really well. You do everything really well, and I feel like when, you know, as we neared the end, like a few months ago, it's like everything was just falling into place for you. Like things were just going so brilliantly, and nothing gave me more joy than that. It was such a beautiful thing to see. So just quickly, I want to talk about Sudan. You just came back from Sudan and had a fantastic trip. What did you take away from that visit with your family?
Well, I haven't seen my family in like 9 years, so
Wow.
it's been a lot, and I haven't seen them since obviously my mother passed. So it was great to see my mom's side of the family, see how much that side of the family has grown, how much Sudan has changed since change of, you know, political powers and things like that. So it was an amazing trip because I learned a lot more of like my mom and how she grew up and why she was the person that she was.
Yeah.
And it was a great trip because also too before I went, me and my friends, we created a GoFundMe for my mom, and the funds from the GoFundMe went to build a school in Sudan, so it was really great, and I got to see the preschool that was built in her honor and in her name. Just getting to see the school and see something that she had always wanted was beautiful, and yeah, it was really great.
You've done your family so proud, like everybody's so proud of you, and I think that you don't even know how much she's accomplished. You've just been thriving, and I'm so proud of you. Right? I'm with you, girl. So when you come, if you win this mentorship, literally everyone in this space and behind the scenes, we see Tanzeil as ours. Like everyone is here to help her, and that's how it's been. So thank you so much, Tanzeil. It has been an absolute honor to mentor you.
Thank you.
It is ongoing. It is ongoing. And as I said, the 2022 Cityline Scholarship for BIPOC Women is now open for entry. So please share with the young women in your lives who might be entering media, digital media, or film studies programs for the first time this September. The scholarship is worth $5,000 and includes a mentorship, of course, with me. You won't be able to shake me, trust me. Applications must be submitted in full no later than midnight on Friday, July 15th.